X-Men Mutant Academy, first released in July of 2000, July 14th to be exact. Hey guys, you know who it is, what's going on, when it's happening, where it's at, and why we're here today. How you doing? It is I, the sublimely magnificent big ugly himself, Omari Ellis Feo Grande on YouTube, back with another episode of the Whatever We Want podcast. And as usual, I am joined by my co-host and running one of my best friends in the world, the man with the candy bar in hand, he who bears watching Super Jazz.
Remind me that part of 40-year-old virgin where Jane Lynch was like, hey, what's that look like? What's that look like? What's that look like to you? Anyway. As nature intended. What's going on, everybody? Right. You have no idea I'm referencing, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I've seen 40-year-old version.
But you don't know I'm referencing with the what's that look like?
Yeah, I do know.
Okay. What's going on, everybody? Yes, as he said, I go by the name of Jazz, Super Jazz, SJJT, whatever you want, what have you, and the like. And yes, as my good friend, my dear friend, my best friend said, this is the Whatever We Want podcast, where we do just that. We talk about whatever we want. We don't lead this conversation. This conversation leads us. And we let these chips fall where they may gun from Australia.
Every Wednesday gun from Australia. And we're gonna
No, you got that reference, huh?
I said every Wednesday gun from Australia. And then I said we'll get to that in a second.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to say something with you. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But I feel like it's been a few episodes, so I'm just gonna say for people who may have watched an episode or two before and not understand why I keep saying fighting games at the start of this thing. It's an alphabetical order thing. It started with Jazz back when he started with Hasta La Vista, and he wanted to have every letter afterward be a different movie quote. I did a topic of something.
A and did H.
Yeah. I think he did movie quotes. I did song lyrics. He did wrestling catchphrases. I did X-Men names. He did tongue twisters. Now I'm on fighting games, and I just did X.
And we've gotten to this point where it's kind of like a intro chicken, where who's going to be the first to run out of some category to do, basically. What okay. I told you I already got I told you before we started recording, I already got my next one.
You also told me you didn't have your next one way before I told you.
Well, because so if we're gonna go down that road, let's go down that road.
I mean, you get what 26 weeks to think of it, if not longer.
Literally. But no, I had my next intro category. And then I forgot it. And I still don't even remember what it originally was. And I had that motherfucker like a few weeks ago, maybe like 1 or 2 months ago. Don't remember what the fuck that shit was. And now I got the new one. So I don't even remember what the other one was. So the other original one is gonna be whatever happens after I finish, then you go, and then I go again, is gonna hit me. What letter are you ending on? Do you even know?
X-Men started with Kurt, so that was K, then Lulu, whatever. I started with Mortal Kombat for this, so Mortal.
Oh, because you wanted to scream Mortal Kombat, right? So O?
Yeah.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna have to start on N. I'm one behind you. I went behind, supposed to go in front of. Start with N. No, it would have been L. The letter before M is L.
I was like, how the hell go in the other?
It doesn't go JKOMN.
Not in my alphabet, it don't.
Fuck you, not in my alphabet. Fuck you, not in my alphabet.
I speak the American English. Thank you very much.
Bruh. And this coming from the dude who proudly can do this. ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJIHGFVDCBA. So anyway, I've done that so many fucking. That's like my party trick.
I may be able to do it if I got a few brewskis in me. You know how it be. But speaking of being proud, I'm proud to be an American. You know what I'm talking about? Speaking of brewskis, you may have an El Segundo Broken Skull Steve Austin in your hand or whatever. But the bottom line is being proud to be an American means I'm proud that the Olympics just passed. You know what I'm saying? And though we barely won, Yeah, we barely won
People,
the
people
overall.
couldn't hear if you happen to be listening and not watching, but
Oh, he did a hippity hop all the way to the birdie boiler. We'll get to that in
the
just.
kangaroo. You want to save that? Okay, we'll
No,
save
I
it.
was just gonna finish my thought. Like, because I was transitioning to talking about the Olympics, I was gonna be like, I was just gonna touch on it briefly. We barely won. We tied China in golds, but we had more overall medals.
I still have not watched the men's 100-meter dash, man. I'm tripping. I heard that was like so fucking exciting.
It was very close, about as close as you could possibly be. And again,
I,
USA. He may not think that the basketball players are actually the best in the world if they win the NBA championship. But you know what? Everybody who was on the FIBA top player list this year for the Olympics, guess what league they play in? The NBA. And it's not like it was 5 Americans on their all FIBA team. It was people from all around the world. And if all the best players in the world are in one league, I suppose the league champions would be the world champions. But that's not neither here nor there. Congratulations to Noah Lyles. Congratulations to the American men's and American women's basketball teams, and lots of jeers to Australia. Speaking of the English, I don't speak the Kang's English, okay, like them folks over there over across the
but the con-
pond.
but maybe the conqueror. You'll speak the Kang's English, maybe the conqueror.
Yeah. Who's that? All I know is Robert Downey, Victor Von, Tony Storm. All right. It just so happens there's a wrestler named Tony Storm. All right.
I
I
didn't
was
even. I
trying to
wasn't
do
even thinking
Tony
like that.
Stark.
I was
Oh,
not thinking
okay.
like that. I was just looking because you combined the names, and I was giving you one of those. Oh shit, that's Pete being Pete. I wasn't even thinking with the whole Victor Von Tony Storm, but yeah, Tony Storm, right? Who happens to be New Zealand, right?
Well, she at least ain't. She may be from the continent Australia, but she will definitely make the distinction when it comes to breakdancing. Because them boys and gals, mainly the gals
It
in
wasn't. It had nothing
Australia,
to do with the males.
mainly that one gal with a PhD in cultural appropriation, went out there and
Yeah.
did some breakdancing. And what she thought it was, hit the full on SpongeBob SquarePants, drop on the deck and flop like a fish
Shut the fuck
in the
up.
middle of the fucking ring.
You bet 1,000 with this shit. Go ahead, keep going. You bet 1,000 with these jokes.
Oh my god!
So she had a PhD in cultural appropriation. She hit the drop of the deck and flop like a fish. Keep going, bro. I feel like banger. I feel like how high. Get him. Get him.
No, no,
Dude,
I'm not good.
I keep saying this. I keep saying two things I give her. Two things I give her out of that. One, she hit a handstand freeze, and that was the best thing in that routine. She did a handstand, she did a little leg thread. It's like, okay, she actually that was actually dope. And the second thing I give her is whatever the fuck you think that was out of that entire routine. This woman went up there and did that shit with so much fucking confidence. She was like, "Yeah, I deserve to be in this motherfucking ring. God damn it! Yeah, everybody, come on, crowd, cheer for me, motherfucker."
And I'm gonna be honest. When your name is Ray, when you got your nickname Ray Gun, that
Ray
works.
Gun. I mean, come on, what else could you do? Ray Gun. Come on, that's honestly the best breakdance name if your name is Rachel Gunn.
Yeah.
It really is.
Wait, her last name is Gun.
Gunn, like a typical
Oh
gun
yeah,
last
Ray
name.
Gun works. Yeah, that's
Ray
even
Gunn,
better.
Rachel Gunn. That's the best name. Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially if you're trying to get into that kind of field and you're trying to look cool. Bottom line is your moves ain't look cool. I could have gone out there and done better break dancing, and my knees is broke in. All right.
bruh, this motherfucker got on the ground, and I give her the credit for doing what she did, especially for a new thing or whatever. This motherfucker got on the ground and did the Three Stooges. You know the
Oh yeah. Show did. And made sure that they won't even allow breakdancing back. It's already been taken off the Olympic card going forward. They
I
saw that performance and said, hell no.
and I said too. I said to so many people. I was with my mom earlier, and I said to her and other people. it's bad when you obviously can't straight up say that it was because of one person, but it's kind of looking like it was because of one person. Like ugh. she
So,
became she became a celebrity overnight. Shout out to Twister and Kanye. She became a celebrity overnight. Twister, you told her, right? I'll make you a celebrity overnight,
the
man.
guys are breakdancing, crying in the background of the
Oh,
song while it's
yeah.
playing.
Bro, you betting 1,000. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, you always funny, but like to make you funnier, did you just need to shit on Ray Gun? Because
I
these
don't
jokes,
know, man. I'm
these
not
jokes are
using.
hitting. I'm
Okay,
not even
so
fucking with you.
no, you're not. So I would be honest, full disclosure, I don't know what's happening right now. I am, though considered a funny guy by what people tell me,
These Ray Gun like
I'm not
Jones,
known for being good in the Jonin or roasting field when it comes to stuff like that.
but
My
these
comedy's always like wait and attack type shit, or beat you with the dead horse over and over again till it's just like it's funny because this nigga won't stop doing it. Like that's 90% of what I do that's funny is god damn this motherfucker's still doing the same shit after 30 years. Stop.
30. God,
I'm rounding up, but you know what
I
I
know.
mean.
I'm just like Jesus Christ. That's a long fucking time. Like, motherfuckers still do the same shit. Nigga, chill, nigga. Fuck are you, The Simpsons? Okay, Louis Armstrong, fucking
Yeah,
Louis Graining. That
I
was
see skies of blue. We talked about it. Speaking of get 'em,
people
uh,
yellow. But nah, man. Okay, now look. For the sake of conversation, because we got a whole fucking hour. We here for a minute. For the sake of conversation, are we collectively, as not just a country, but honestly now a global fucking population, are we being a little too hard on this woman? Yeah,
no,
yeah.
she'll be all right.
Fair,
Because
fair.
we're gonna because here's the thing, like I don't think I'm being too hard. It's not like I'm on Twitter or doing anything. I do
Well,
agree
if you
with
going,
you.
I'm saying if you going in just like but I
Yeah,
mean, shit,
I
I'm not
do.
gonna lie, I'm shitting on it too.
Well, look, there are people who I have shat on far worse than Ray Gun. Okay. Um, I don't know if they were at this year's Olympics, but I have shat on people far worse than I have Ray Gun in the past and will in the future. It is going to be in a few
And
months. Remember that crazy, like that's what I'm saying. In the grand scheme of things, it's a fun story for this week and next while it's still fresh in our minds. Every once in a while, it'll be the picture for when people are like, need a representation or something like, oh, this person when the moment's on them, and they'll show the SpongeBob. And it's like, all right, there you go, whatever. But end of the day, I think she'll be okay. Like you said, she had the confidence to go out there.
she went
She
and
did
confidently
hit
did
that
that.
headstand freeze.
That yes. The rest of
You
that bullshit.
know,
The rest of
I don't think that she is the sole reason they aren't bringing back breakdancing. I did for
it.
a sec for a while. I was like, I had missed the live event for breakdancing. I just saw at first just saw the Ray Gun highlights, and I was like, so not only did America go and shit the bed in breakdancing, this is what was allowed out there.
And that is the biggest representation. There was motherfuckers out there doing fucking gravity defying stunts, shit that like you didn't think humans could do. Fucking Eddie Gordo, Christy from Tekken,
Capoeira.
looking like amateur. Well, I know capoeira, but looking like amateur type shit.
Well, more
Like,
for the folks at home.
but shit where it's like, motherfuckers spinning on their hands, spinning on their heads, sliding on their elbows, hitting like all kind of backspins and air flares and holding they like, handstands and all kind of like just crazy little shit. And the representation that the majority of people got is this motherfucker doing this shit. I did see that they're not bringing it back for 2028, and I saw that what they're looking at possibly it was a few things, but it was like they were looking at probably bringing flag football, cricket, squash, and I'm like, okay, look, can we bring breaking back and get rid of flag goddamn football?
Well, we can't have normal gridiron football. No team's gonna make it through a tournament. Well, I guess you could, but Olympics, you're fighting for the pride of your
The best,
country,
the best of the best. It would be some big hard hitting motherfuckers.
especially if the NFL decides to go NBA with it and be like, yeah, sure, y'all can participate. You get them big motherfuckers out there that
And
like
you
killing people.
and you
Nah,
go to the pros and get the best of the best. Yeah. No, but flag Olympic flag football. Look, I don't want to shit on anything anybody does, but I mean, I guess that's what this is about to be. Professional flag football, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
the Olympics are for amateurs.
Okay, Olympic flag football. Like, I don't know, man. Like,
No, I
and
we'll
then
see.
cricket. Like the rest of the world plays cricket, except our heathen asses. So we wouldn't be a part of it, but everybody else would play that shit.
That doesn't stop us from trying to do soccer. At least our men. Our men suck at soccer. The women,
Well, we
the
actually
women
play
are
soccer
great at
over here
soccer.
or football, but we actually play that shit over here. We don't play cricket. We do not play cricket.
No, because no, I I wouldn't know anything about cricket if I hadn't watched a 3.5 hour long movie about cricket.
You were telling me about this before we
Yeah,
started reading.
Lagan from
Spell it.
India. Lagan.
AAN. Okay.
Yeah, Lagan.
Not
It
Lagan.
is. It's about taxes and cricket.
Taxes. TAXES.
Yes, it's so British Empire notoriously not the nicest people. Um they may have taken over places and made them, annexed or little civilizations that are part of the British Empire despite not being connected to it, colonies, if you will. And one of the places they placed colonies in was India. This
Oh yeah,
movie
yeah, famously, yeah.
this movie takes place during colonized India. Um, and the British Empire, there's a dickbag British Empire dude that's taxing the hell out of a village. And the short version is it's a cricket match to determine whether or not that village has to pay taxes. Um,
Oh, okay.
but it's a 3.5 hour long movie that apparently was originally 7.5 hours long before they edited it for film release because they're like, no, you can't. I'm like, wow. I feel and what I will tell you is as long as this movie is a good chunk of it is the cricket game, and they fast forward through the cricket game at one point to eventually be like, okay, we're going, let's get some time to pass montage shit, and I'm like, so what you're telling me is in the original version, we played every fucking at bat of that cricket
every
game.
every single like what inning round cycle whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna lie to you. I understand cricket more than I used to, but to sit here and be like, yeah, I know cricket now, I'd be lying. There's wickets, there's runs and wickets, and it's not baseball, but it's similar. It's weird, but I understand people's appreciation for it more. It
I
ain't for
think it's
me.
called
I
innings.
like baseball. Huh?
I think it is called innings. I'm looking it up as we're talking. I think it
And
is
there
called
may
innings.
be innings, but there's also like people that come up at bat in the rotation. You have to hit. So if you go up to bat, I think you keep hitting until you get out or whatever, and you could just whack up a bunch of wickets over and over and over again against the pitcher or bowler.
Is that where the term sticky wicket comes from? You never heard anybody say that's a bit of a sticky wicket. You've never heard that before? I don't
A
know. I
bit
mean,
of a sticky wicket in it.
in it, yeah, that's the British
A
shit in it.
sticky wicket, isn't it? in it. That's it.
Bruh.
Wicked in it. There we go. I don't
All
know
our
why I
foreign,
got more and more like obnoxious with it as I tried to
all our
say it.
foreign viewers, we love you.
I do. Dude,
I'm talking shit, man. I'm talking
I love the fact that everybody in the world is fucking different.
facts.
And when it comes to that whole imitation, it's fun to talk differently than the way I normally talk. It isn't anything against y'all. Y'all can talk about I when I said it earlier that I speak the American English. Hey, one, I'm American. Two, I understand that that's not the way the language is supposed to be spoken. Okay, it's called English.
Where your mom's supposed to be spoken.
What you trying to say?
Trying to say that if you were to say your mom and she was spoken, then your mom was spoken that way.
You like having teeth?
Good God. So for those of you all watching this particular episode at the moment, watching slash listening, he made this same joke, but just asked me if I like having eyes before we started recording for some dumb joke that I made. I don't even remember what the joke was. Meanwhile, the reason why we're doing this over Zoom and not in person, minus the one episode that we did in person, is because we are thousands of miles, or at least over 1,000 miles apart, because I am in Missouri currently and he is in Florida. So for him to say this shit, you would have to know who Omari is, because some dumbass shit.
At the end of the day, everybody understands basic threat, Jazz. I guess they don't understand that there's nothing behind the threat unless you go into your little diatribe.
I'll put it like this.
It's the
What'd you ask me?
diatribe called Quest over here.
What'd you ask me?
I asked you if you like having teeth. The answer must be no, because you're eating a candy bar. And if you ever been to a dentist in your life, they'd tell you that ain't good for your teeth.
You are so fucking stupid. That's where you went with that. That's funny.
I go where I want to go because I'm an American, and that's what we do over here with the red, white, the blue, liberty, free. That's the life
Not
for
you moving
me.
out the way to show your American
Oh,
flag.
yes, sir. Oh, you're right. I don't have to move it off the way. I got it right here. You know what I'm saying? I got
Why
the
do you have
red, white, and
Kanye? Why
blue
do you have
in my
Kanye stunner
hands.
shades for the American flag anyway?
Come on.
I was expecting to be able to ask you that question and to be able to take a sip before I had to talk again, because I assumed that you would at least heard what I said.
Something
So
about Kanye.
but it's just funny because it's like blah 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 blah. Huh? Oh shit. I thought I had like at least like 2 seconds. No, I said, why do you even have like Kanye stunner shades?
Oh,
You remember, you
better the
remember,
American flag.
yeah, you remember everybody called those stunner shades, right?
Yeah. That's a good question. I don't remember when I got them. The reason I got them was because they're American flag themed, and I'm a bit of a sucker for American flag apparel.
You should get them your mom
Look,
thing.
the country's not in a good place right now, and nor does it look like it's on its way to being in a better one. But at the end of the day, it's where I'm from, and I'm happy to be from here. It'll recover eventually. We're just having some hard times right now. Eventually, everybody will come together and everything will be cool. It may not be sunshine and rainbows, because that's not what the real world's all about, but I'm sure we can find some kind of hazmat suits to deal with the urine and feces that the world is throwing at us. End of the day, we will prosper.
Your
We
mom
will
throws urine
be
in
the best.
feces.
Oh, I'm the stupid one. I'm the stupid one.
I just no, it's stupid enough that I said it. It's stupid enough I said it. What makes it worse is in my head, I'm picturing, because obviously I know your mom. They don't. I do, of course. And in my head, I'm picturing your very lovely, distinguished, wonderful of human being mother throwing.
Throwing. I didn't even hear the verb. I was just like, I went on the whole soliloquy talking about freedom, liberty, and all this stuff, and what you just say at the end of it is, your mom throws urine.
Your mom throws urine and feces. I just picture your mom just sitting up here, just like, "Hey, Pete," and then you just flap,
Hey, come here.
flap.
So fucked up.
It'd be some green shit because somebody had ate some shit that didn't like work with their diet.
We don't need to go on that far. I don't know what this is about, by the way. Why I'm doing
Bruh,
this.
anybody who clicked on this show knows what this is, and if they don't, they always find out.
No,
Look,
just why I'm doing the damn voice. It ain't even like it's a
oh, okay.
good
I thought you were
Southern
saying what
accent.
this is like,
Nah,
because I
I'm
do
just
remember like
for
one.
whatever reason. I think I started talking about America,
Yeah, yeah,
and yeah,
Because no, because I remember on one of our recent episodes, yo ass was like, where the fuck did we go with this? Oh, that's what it was, because we started trying to make our lips thin and shit for one episode. And you were like, what the fuck are we doing? And I was like, it devolved into this. We started laughing, but it's like every fucking episode, you quickly, except for the guided episode, and even those are still not fully off limits to the fucking fuckery. But every episode of this shit quickly devolves and you find out that you either know what the hell you signed up for or you find out very quick. Two black motherfuckers who sitting up here talking about the dumbest shit that they fucking could, bruh. And they fucking been friends too long, so they get each other's humor, or they don't, and they just fucking go off the rails about nothing. Ha ha ha! Aren't we so funny? Only to us. Now let me stop.
yeah.
So anyway, Ray Gun. Now let me stop.
Ray gun shot and she missed. She can shoot herself up. Well,
See,
she can shoot
go
her
back
way
to
all
it.
the way back to Australia, where she is an accomplished PhD in. Okay, or doctor, if you will.
A PhD,
Dr. Gunn. All
a
right.
PhD.
Yes, sir.
She is literally Dr. Gunn, Gunn, but she's literally Dr. Gunn.
Dr. Gunn. All right. That's what people will be referred. That's what they referred to her before last week. That's what they're gonna be referring to her a week from now as, "Hey, Dr. Gunn, how is you?" If the worst thing they can call you is a motherfucking doctor, I think you'll be all right.
But yeah, as far as I know, the two most memorable things from the Olympics. Well, the three things that I've seen that got like the most memed or like talked about. The two most memorable is fucking Ray Gun, then the men's 100 meter. And then the last thing that a lot of people were memeing and talking about and all that shit. Yup, you know what I was saying? Everybody was talking about how everybody else coming up here with all this fucking equipment on and all this extra shit. And then my man came up here with just a t-shirt on and some glasses. Looking like they say like a Turkish dad just decided he was gonna try his luck shooting. Yeah.
Either that or what people were saying for a while. Oh, this guy clearly is a retired killer that just came out to try and win his country a medal. And this dude's way too casual with it. He got silver.
Damn. So he definitely
He's
had something.
he's gotten gold in the past.
He definitely had something. No,
Yeah,
but
we with the social media didn't realize that he had been there before.
like, ha 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 ha. He looks so funny. He's like, yeah, bitch, I do look funny. Check the stats.
Who's laughing now, motherfucker?
But everybody
My
was,
bad.
I was like, who the fuck is this dude? Yeah, but it was because it's like everybody else got all this extra shit and they got the extra glasses to magnify and all this, and this motherfucker just t-shirt glasses just.
Well, I'll say my word, I never.
I be the scene when I ever seen I see elephant fly.
Well, I be done seen about everything when I seen an elephant fly. That's right.
You don't realize, and we have talked about this, but you don't realize the Native American and I'm not gonna. But the Native American routine they do in Peter Pan, and in Peter Pan, it was more racist to do it that
Was
way.
the cough necessary?
It was more racist to do it that way. Yeah, I meant it less offensive than I did like that. No, the Native American that's they called it at the time. I should not have said that. Yeah, the Native American routine that they do in Peter Pan, and then the fucking Crows and Dumbo are like when you're a kid. Those are two of the funnest routines to like watch, and then you look back when you get older, you're like, oh, this shit is extremely racist.
See, and that's the thing that I kind of wanted to talk about when I said earlier, when I was talking about like the internet and all of that stuff, because that could be kind of put in the same category. They don't all talk like that. Some of them know how to say bottle of water. Okay, it's not all bottle of water. You know, they everybody talk different. But the thing I want to say is, yes, stereotypes. But you mentioned it from the get go. Your ass did not see them. Well, I think the no, I don't even think the pros. Aside from they didn't believe that an elephant could fly, which why the fuck would you?
Well, so stupid when you logically break it.
Which afterwards they clapping it like, oh boy, he done did it. Like
When you logically break it down like that, it is true. It's like they didn't believe. Who in the motherfucking a right mind would? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
yeah, and like I don't think they did anything other than sing a song about yeah, that's some ludicrous shit.
Which fair.
But as
Yes,
a
it is.
kid, but as a kid, you know, you see the stereotype, you see the thing. I'm not sure about the Peter Pan one. That could they I forget the exact context of the
I'll tell you when you
scene.
finish. I'll tell you when you
I'm just
finish.
yeah, I'm saying I forget the exact context of the scene. I know it was stereotypical because anything, you know, involving the sound effects that we're all aware of, hand mouth sound effects. Oh, anything with that stereotypical negative. Or you know what I mean, is highly looked down upon as a stereotype today. But I didn't see those things as a kid and go, oh, they say I be done seen about everything and
Because you
it's
don't know.
crazy to crow, so I should hate these motherfuckers and discriminate against them.
Well, I
No, it
mean, you
went
don't know
that
yet.
but the thing is, it was more of God damn it. I've been talking in this goddamn fake southern accent this whole
What
fucking
the
time.
fuck? You're
Uh,
talking that so much you forgot you were doing it?
I'm like, well, I'm trying to be serious and give a point, and I'm still like, I don't say.
You my dude. You like my brother, right? So I was like, I know you. You just did it. I just let your ass do it.
Yeah, but it was one of those things where I ended up listening to myself, and I'm like, wait, I'm trying to make a serious point right now. It still seems like I'm doing a
The
bit.
fact that you did that and didn't know you were doing it. That's some fucking Tony Khan still got on the fucking like, Tony Storm mink hat shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
I do not.
Uh, well, he
But
was
I
he
go
was at
ahead.
a media scrum, and Tony Storm went up and did her whole 50 starlet bit, and then at one point was like, do you want to wear the sunglasses, do you want to wear the hat, blah blah. And then somebody asked Tony Khan something real serious, I think about some shit going on with Jericho at the moment when he was getting allegations, and he answered the shit, but he still had on and didn't think about how it looked where he still had on her big mink hat and sunglasses to answer this serious moment with this shit. And of course, AEW, everybody's looking for any fucking thing they can to shit on AEW hard. So it was a bad look, but it became a worse look because the internet wanted it to be. So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I was
back to
just gonna say, like, I don't think it's wrong to teach people that there are people out there that act different than you, as long as you're not teaching them to hate said. As long as you're, yeah, if you're not teaching them to hate said people, then whatever. If you want kids to be like, oh, this is fun. I want to meet people like this. I want to meet these different people that I like imitating and stuff. If that ends up being the impression it has on people, I don't think it's that bad. Because at the end of the day, only way to really stop prejudice and all the like hatreds and prejudging is to have the kids who don't have the fucking life experiences that say, hey, this other person whose life experiences that his parents had based off of what they parents had and everything have told them. You got to start with the kids and get them more accepting to these other things. And I think we were doing that for a while. And then eventually we hit the crust, we hit the like crossroads between the two, where it was just at the like whatever sweet spot we could have had, where maybe now we can grow, but then we skipped right over it to the opposite direction, where it ended up being like overcompensation, which just led to more resentment from the already racist, which led to the people who were already like, well, I thought you weren't that racist before, but clearly I changed my mind about you. And it just re-inflamed. And now we're back to being screwed again. It
Well,
sucks. I know that's a long tangent to go on from Disney,
no,
but and I'm not trying to blame no Democrats, no Republicans, no white, no black. I'm blaming humanity as a whole. We fucked up.
I was going and not just we fucked up as in past tense, but we fucked up as in we just are fucked up, right? But no, I was gonna piggyback off of what you said and just basically be like, I mean, not so much as of late, but in my lifetime, I have at before been called cynical. Not a whole lot, but at times. And I mean, you can call it what you want, but as long as there are people on this earth, the collective, like think collective like mindset of us may change for the better. But for the most part, unfortunately, going off what you were saying, we're all there's always gonna be some level of prejudice, man. I just, it just yeah, and it just unfortunately because of humanity being what it is, and the fact that like we have overcome a whole lot of bullshit as
But
far as
we're going backwards now.
oh well.
That's my take. We're going backwards. People are getting more and more racist by the day and more comfortable with being so. And so we reached a point where it shifted too far. And I see stuff that people talk about on both sides, but neither side wants to take any blame in it. And
Well,
at the
of
end of the
course not.
day, it's society as a whole. We fucked up. Congratulations. We all are going to continue hating each other until the cows come home.
That's
And they
basically
don't.
what
And spoilers, kids, the cows never come home. That's why they came up with it. It just means forever.
I wonder what the origin about that is too. Like, did somebody send some cows off to do some shit, and they were like, the second the cows come home, and then they fucking like sitting
They
up there.
went to the slaughterhouse. They ain't coming home. They going up yonder.
I don't even know what I was gonna say, but that's better what the fuck I was getting at. Whatever I was gonna say. The Peter Pan thing though, I'm talking about. That was Uggawug. The Uggawug routine, Uggawug Wah, Uggawug, all that shit where they did the Peter Pan, like they put the face
I
paint on.
am familiar with it,
It
but
was it was
I
from
did
the
not watch Peter Pan as much as I watched other Disney movies. That's all I'm saying. Like
oh yeah, yeah. It
I
was the
can't quote the scene and nothing aside from, oh yeah, the Uggawalk stuff. And I got the image of them with the stuff, and I had an image of the hand on mouth sound effects, blah blah boo 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 boo.
which is enough to basically color
Yeah,
our conversation right
yeah.
there.
But my thing was, it wasn't like I didn't remember if it was like that group was presented in an antagonistical fashion. Because
No,
the
no,
crows were just, naysayers to the flying thing, but
they weren't
eventually, like I
intended.
say, they're celebrating the thing, and they also have the only hit song from that fucking movie for real.
Dang, I'm trying to think of some other stuff I know from
When You
Dumbo.
Wish Upon a Star. Nope, that's Pinocchio.
Tokyo.
Wait, did Jiminy talk to him and Dumbo?
Jiminy's not in Dumbo.
That's what I'm asking. Okay.
Your reaction made me think maybe I overreact.
That's what I'm asking. I'm like,
Your
did
reaction
Jiminy put him
made
in there? And then he said he's not in there. Oh, okay. That's what I'm asking.
your reaction made me be like, did I overreact a little bit? I'm sorry.
I feel like, see, that's how little I
No,
watched both
Jiminy.
movies. That's how little I watched both movies. Is I got Jiminy. Like I thought, who tells Dumbo get off your drunk ass and go back to the life?
The
Or is that the crows?
Templeton, the rat.
Oh, it's a rat.
You remember that? The rat Templeton with
Yeah, it wears the little
the
hat thing.
circus hat or whatever shit.
Yeah.
He,
Okay, I
he
got.
had a song. He was like smorgasbords. No. Smorgasbord is fucking Charlotte's Web.
There's a song called Smorgasbord.
It was in one of the movies. I think it was Charlotte's Web, where the rat was like smorgasbord. He was talking about everything he could fucking eat, and he was talking about the trash, but the trash was like a smorgasbord.
So Charlotte's Web, they eat the pig anyway, don't they?
No, motherfucker. That's the whole point of the
No, I
goddamn
mean
book.
once the cameras go off, they just go off.
It's a fucking cartoon, so the cameras never went off. Well, no, I think they might have done it like a shitty made for TV movie.
Yeah, it's called
no,
Babe. Oh
no, I was gonna say this real quick. Damn, that Babe isn't shitty.
And also ain't got shit to do with Charlotte's Web either. It's just a pig.
Pig. Anyway, no, fucking pink elephants. Pink elephants on parade.
Oh, is that a song? Like there's words to it? Like I know it's a trippy sequence and you're fucked up because he
Yeah.
gets all super drunk. I didn't remember there was a song
Well,
to it.
for the most part, there aren't that many words, but there are some lyrics. Yeah.
My bad.
So no, for the most part, there aren't really any words. No, that's a good point. That's a good point. What was I gonna say? But no, Charlotte's Web, yeah, do they eat the fucking pig? Fuck out of here.
So they totally eat that pig once the cameras go.
Bruh.
They don't eat the pig.
Looking back at that, I never read the book. I watched the cartoon when I was, a kid. We watched in class and shit. And looking back, that's a fucking touching ass, sad fucking story. This pig was like, I'm gonna die. And then this fucking spider was like, I got you. And fucking used all her energy to write words in this fucking web so they would think this pig was special. And then in the end, she fucking dies, bitch. So this motherfucker's like, he's like,
That's how
yay,
you.
I lived. I didn't die. Yay, thanks for saving me. Now you're fucking dead.
See, kids, we're teaching you those life lessons early.
What is the life lesson for this, motherfucker?
I
said I'm cynical. Go ahead.
No dream without sacrifice.
Okay, it's not bad.
The more good stuff happens to you, the more bad happens to others. Sometimes it's to those who you care about. You can't have everything. You can't have your cake and not get eaten too.
But he didn't get eaten.
I know, but he couldn't have his cake because, in this case, his cake being his friends and them living. He could only not get eaten. He couldn't have his cake and not get eaten too.
I mean, now you do meet Charlotte's kids though, and they were very nice.
Who gives?
You are fucking. Oh.
You don't know them kids. Them kids ain't sacrificed to keep him alive. Charlotte worked day and night, week after week, until the county fair, telling everybody he was some pig.
What else? Some pig. What else?
And don't eat him. I don't remember the other one. I just remember.
That's what that's all she had to write in the web. Don't eat him. That's all she had to write. Don't eat him. No, the only reason I remember is because at the towards the end of the movie, they sing a song and they say all the adjectives. It's some terrific, radiant, awesome pig. So she wrote some pig, radiant, a terrific, radiant, awesome. Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
This motherfucker
never memorized that song.
I don't memorize the song, but no. This motherfucker put like all kind of fucking energy into that shit and then fucking died in the end. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking
Life's disappointing. You can't have happiness without sadness. Yin and yang.
That's not a bad life lesson. dear friend of mine.
Man, there's everything else out there.
Most of the
Don't
time,
eat your fucking pig. Or eat your pig if you want your spiders to live. You want them spiders dead, don't eat the pig. It's
have
nice
I?
and simple. You want spiders in your house?
I love how I was like, you meet our kids, and it was touching. Fuck them kids.
Who
They didn't
gives?
help him live. That's fucked up. That's
Who
fucked up.
gives?
What while we talking about children's stories and shout out to Slick Rick, while we talking about children's stories and shit like that, um, do you have like a favorite kids book? I got mine. If I Ran the Circus by Dr. Seuss, that's my shit.
So,
Because he talks about all the motherfuckers that would come to the circus, and I'd have these people doing this and this people doing that and this and the way Dr. Seuss would draw his shit. Oh man, If I Ran the Zoo was the first one, and it was cool, and I did like it. It was the shit. But If I Ran the Circus, it was like, which I love Dr. Seuss when he got into the made up, but it was less on the made up animal shit and more of just made up. Oh wow, look at them doing this crazy shit. I don't know, something about it. I just like If I Ran the Circus. Anyway,
when I was a kid, if I'm talking Dr. Seuss,
it ain't gotta be Dr.
would
Seuss. It's good
if I'm talking Dr. Seuss, it probably was Green Eggs and Ham.
Really? Okay. Standard.
When I was a kid, so I had a book that was huge sentimental value to me as a kid, and so I liked everything in it, and that was the Stinky Cheese Man and Other Fairly Stupid Tales.
I feel like you have talked about this. I have never heard of this, but I feel like you have talked about this.
Yes, it's a book of parodies of classic fairy tales. The Stinky Cheese Man is the gingerbread man, but he's made of stinky cheese, and no one really wants to catch him because he smells bad. That's run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Stinky Cheese Man.
Okay, that's actually kind of fun.
There was a thing about the princess and the bowling ball.
Oh, Princess and the Pea.
Yes. I forget the exact way that parodied off the top of my head, but the princess and the bowling ball. There was a running through line throughout the book of the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk, because Jack was a little jackass that kind of told you these stories while he was trying to escape from the giant. And the fee fi blow foam, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. Giant trying to say shit. Yeah, when I said blow on accident, I just said I'm not gonna bother continue to quote. But there was a through line with that, and then the chicken, the little red hen who like tried to get people to help her make food, and everyone's like, I don't want to, or some shit like that. I forget the exact thing. I forget what story it is, but it's like the little red hen or something. Either way, she has
wanted to get everybody to help bake the bread. Nobody wanted to help. Then they wanted to eat the bread. I forget what that was.
Bake the bread. So she has a through thing where she's annoying and just like, who's gonna do this? In between like the little stories. And I remember like at the end of the story, after they've already come to the fact that the Stinky Cheese Man gets eaten, kind of like on some the frog and the scorpion thing, but it was like a fox taking the Stinky Cheese Man over water and deciding to eat him. But there's a thing where like the last page or so is the chicken bitching like, I planted the wheat, I did the so and so, I did this, I did that. Now I made the bread. Now who's gonna help me eat the bread? And there's like, bread, said the giant. Eat, said the giant. Next page, giant's face got like a feather falling while he's got like a sandwich.
So basically,
he ate himself a chicken sandwich.
This motherfucker.
But she's annoying. Like, you are kind of like, okay, good.
The through line throughout the book was, if this motherfucker don't shut her damn mouth. By the end, the giant was like, shit.
Because he was looking for Jack and couldn't find him or whatever, but he ends up eating the chicken because he's like, wait, bread? And you talking about eating?
Bruh, it's funny, right? If you look back, right, now that you're older, because you don't, of course, again, you don't realize when you're younger. You look back when you're older. Speaking of Jack and the Beanstalk, this nigga said, "Fee fi fo fum, I smell the blood of an English." First off, you smell the blood
Yes,
of a
sir.
motherfucker, of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. What are we reading as kids, dog? This is
I think that was the other thing.
cannibalism.
He was threatening to grind his bones to make his bread throughout the thing. And so when the chicken's talking about bread at the end and eating, he's like, ah, sweet. The sky is falling. I know was another story referenced in there. They had like letters falling. It ended up being like somebody dropping like words for the book or whatever, like with the weird font they used.
Creative. That's really creative.
So it was, I don't know why I got that book in first grade because I feel like reading comprehension with all the stuff I'm talking about.
Oh,
And like, should I
like a
really have
first
seen this
grader
shit in the first grader?
or first
Or
grader to fully grasp all of that. Yeah.
and now I think I get why I have such a affinity toward parodying things. One of the
Because
first books I got, like as a young child, was parodying stories that everybody knew.
you were conditioned to, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I got introduced to parodies at a young age, and I just liked the simple, and the simplest parodies always crack me up. It's this, but opposite. Yuck.
Did you well yeah, Princess and the Pea, Princess and the Bowling Ball, right? Did you what was I say? Have I asked you we talked about what your favorite book of all time is? I know you said you like Wuthering Heights, but oh no, you said you liked up until the end. That's what it was. You said you liked
I
it up until
think I think you misunderstand
I was gonna say up to the
my
end.
Wuthering Heights experience.
Because I remember I was telling some of my friends, I forgot who I was telling some of my friends like about like a week or two ago. I think about two weeks or so ago, I was telling some of my friends about say, yeah, man, my best friend, he talked about Wuthering Heights. And I said the way he described what he got to the end, I said, you gotta hear him tell this shit. Because it was so fucking funny when you
Okay,
fucking talk about how you got to the end. It was so
I
down.
I don't know about that buildup leading into my explanation, and if I can deliver off of your promise just now.
That's what I'm saying.
However, I will explain my Wuthering Heights.
Oh shit.
So I don't like it, by the way.
Right, because
Um,
you liked it up until the ending.
so here's what it was. It wasn't even the ending. It was about, all right. So Wuthering Heights. I had to read it for class in high school. The main character, who I believe name was Heathcliff, um, his life sucked. Oh, sorry. On the cover for the book, talking about Emily Bronte and her stuff. Emily Bronte's classic tale of avarice, love, revenge, and something else, or vengeance. I think they might have actually used the stronger word vengeance instead of revenge. For folks who don't know, I'm a bit of a vengeance fan. I love me a good vengeance story. Emphasis on the good part. So seeing this on the back of the cover, it's like, oh, vengeance, avarice. I don't know what that even means. Lust, cool. I'm in high school. All right, this sounds like a lot of stuff that'll be cool. So I'm reading it, and our main character, Heathcliff, has a shitty life. He's like a servant for some rich motherfuckers, gets a crush on a girl. The fucking I don't remember her name. I'm just gonna call her Christine Valle or whatever, like fucking Phantom of the Opera. There's a Raoul motherfucker in the play as well. The clearly better looking dude that she likes more than him. Um, Bottom line, and I may be high school. There's my disclaimer. I read this shit in high school. If I get details wrong, whatever. I don't like the book anyway. Motherfucker gets to a point where we're going through their whole fucking life, right? And it gets to a point to where I think it's gonna get good because I'm finding it kind of boring, but I'm holding on to that hope for when it turns around to become the vengeance tale. Let's do this. And when he reaches his breaking point, I don't remember if it's because the girl died or if something happened with her, but something happens to where Heathcliff has his breakdown and he's like hitting his head against the fucking tree. He's so enraged. And now it's time. Vengeance. Couple chapters pass by and I'm like, where's the vengeance? Eventually, it turns out his idea of vengeance was I'ma have a kid with someone completely unrelated to this whole thing, and then make my kid get into a relationship with Raoul's kid, and then make their life be a mimic of mine. And that's my way of getting revenge. Does Raoul suffer for this? No. Does anybody really feel like there's any vengeance gotten? No. It was boring as fuck and it pissed me off. And I remember that I wrote in a paper, I don't feel the exact same way. This was a bit harsh. Again, high schooler, but it's how I felt at the time.
They're probably not even 17.
I
Like,
wrote it by might have been about 17. But
okay.
the there was a line in my book report about it where I was so upset about it. I was like, if Emily Bronte had not died of tuberculosis, she should have shot herself for writing this book
I
or
remember.
something along those lines. And the teacher
That's
wrote,
fucking nuts. You'll be 17 and say some shit like that.
because my book report just turned into a rant at one point because I was so let down. And I was just like, if she
Clearly, you read the
died
book.
of
They couldn't say you
tuberculosis,
didn't read the book. Clearly, you read the book. Right.
like, if she hadn't died of tuberculosis, she should have shot herself for writing this
It
book.
went from a book report to a fucking review.
Editorial. Yeah, he even like circled that line. He's like, this isn't an editorial, Omari. I'm like, look, that's one of the two papers that turned into rants of more than two, but two that stick in my head was that. And the other, not so angry rant, but so tangential that I needed to fill up some spaces. So I kind of just went on a tangent when talking about Planet of the Apes, and I turned it into a dinosaur theory.
Planet of the
Uh
Apes book.
the 90s, not the 90s, the 60s Charleston Heston.
I did not know that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, the Charleston Heston movie. It was something on the movie because we did a thing for class. It was biology class because they were talking about evolution, and Planet of the Apes was the movie they had. And I was
Gotcha.
talking about Planet of the Apes, and then I turned the paper into a dinosaur theory where I think in that it was like the meteor that killed the dinosaurs wasn't a meteor. It was a nuclear bomb, the first of many. You see, the dinosaurs were actually as intelligent as we are back then, and they killed each other through warfare. And the Ice Age was actually a nuclear winter, which also sparked the evolutionary chain and everything else, and blah, blah, blah. Because as you see in the movie Planet of the Apes, humans kill each other with nuclear war. And the monkeys then evolved to do the same shit that humans do. So I'm like, who's to say that didn't happen in real life? People say dinosaurs had peanut-sized brains. One, we ain't found a living dinosaur yet. Two,
I do agree with that.
two, we only use like 10% of our brain at any given time. What if that's a peanut size to the next dominant species? Who are we to say? We're gonna kill each other with nuclear war. This is like right at the height of 9/11 paranoia, folks. For those of you who don't remember 9/11 because you exist now, that was an event in the United States. A lot of people died. Rest in peace to them. Very serious moment. That said, I was on the side of Americans that was like, this is the end times. Nothing against the people that flew the planes, because at the time I was on the conspiracy side that the people that we were blaming the attack on weren't the actual people behind the attack. During that time, that's the side I was on of things. I'm wearing blue right now. I'll just put it that way. If you wanted to know, well, red versus blue. People always wonder what side you're with. I was bluer than the ocean back then, as far as anything you could have told me. Now I'm still blue, but not bluer than the ocean.
What you mean, like hee haw, like blue like that?
Like a yes.
Took you a minute. Took you
It did.
took you a fucking minute.
It did. I was gonna say, what the fuck does a donkey have to do?
This nigga thought I was tripping.
I'm like, what the fuck does a donkey have to do with the color blue? But as I got ready to say donkey, the image popped in my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, yes,
You thought I lost my damn mind.
yes, not. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if Zoom
I would-
muted me.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna do that much, but yes. Not that, yeah. You thought I lost my everlasting mind. Oh shit. Okay. Well, anyway,
You know how to not be blue? Watch more of our content.
I was going to segue out, you motherfucker. You.
I'm helping you. What content can they watch, Super Chat?
I don't know. You go first since you want to segue with your bitch ass.
Fine, we can just extend this another 14 minutes, good sir.
14 minutes.
I don't know.
Was the
We've
last-
had a couple hour and 14 episodes.
For the last few longest
A
shit.
couple that have been long, yeah. Anyway, if you want to see more stuff of me, as
Normally,
well
we
as
don't go
Super
first.
Jazz, because Super Jazz also shows up on these other shows, as well as many others. You can catch first off Mondays on the Feo Grande YouTube channel. We have the show Mock Draft, where we draft various things.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We have various things, very silly concepts, and make teams or concepts out of it. You want serial mascots fighting to the death? Each of us will tell you who we got and who we're putting against the other person. All right. You want Jim Carrey characters on a baseball team? We got that too, etc. Tuesdays, we got the show This Guy Hasn't Seen, that I do with a good friend of mine and good friend of the show, Bill Smith.
Shout out to Bill.
Shout out to Bill indeed. We talk about just things like that. We trade various forms of media back and forth. One guy's seen it, one guy hasn't. If you look at the names of the shows on this channel, they're pretty self-explanatory about what they are. Obviously, Wednesdays. This week we actually have Super Jazz on there. The episode came out yesterday, and it is where we actually live react to some songs and music, whether it's Chris Stapleton, Kendrick Lamar and Imagine Dragons, or Stein
I
as
can't
well.
wait to get it turned out. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah.
So we got that over there. Wednesdays, whatever we want podcast, two of us, you know what it's about. Thursdays, nothing. Fridays, nothing either. Saturday, I just realized I was listed every day of the week almost. But yeah, Saturdays, Bill and I do have a show. You don't watch sports. The two of us talk about three topics, help you sprinkle a little information to your casual sports conversation, to be a guy that likes to see that is casual sports talk. I also have a Twitter and Twitch at Giotavi. That is Giotavi. Come on in, stop on by. We're trying to stream more often now that the internet's back up and running. Jazz, where can they
Word.
find you?
So weird hearing it the other way. Probably weird for you to say it because even when you intro or I intro, we
I'm
never.
listening.
What did you just do?
I'm listening.
Even when you intro or I intro, we never. I'm always still the one to close it out. But anyway, yeah, if you would like to see more of yours truly anywhere you stream your music, I go ahead and get my rap on from time to time. Go ahead and look me up on any music streaming platform under the name Super Jazz. That's going to be spelled SUPERJAZ. Go ahead and type in My Secret Identity. That'll put you up to my album that I have up on the interwebs. You might have to put in Super Jazz, My Secret Identity, since I'm not that famous yet. Also, go ahead and look me up on Instagram under the name Forever Super Jazz. That's all one word. The word forever is spelled correctly. And you can go ahead. I went ahead. I took the leap last year. I'm making a whole bunch of headway. And when I say headway, I mean, bro, we are applying for 501c3 status so that way we can get some tax exemption. So that way we can go ahead and start getting grants. So that we can go ahead and really, for real, start putting out shows. I tell you what, brother.
I tell you what, brother.
But no, real talk. I have a theater company that I started last year, and we have made some steam from last year to now. Aquarian Rising Productions. You can go ahead and look us up on Facebook under the name Aquarian Rising Productions. That is Aquarian, not Aquarius. Go ahead and give the page on Facebook a like. Stay up to date with everything that is happening. If you happen to be in the St. Louis area, you can go ahead. Please check out. We are going to be doing our production of Top Dog Underdog by Susan Laurie Parks. It's going to be the last 2 weekends of September, September 20th to the 22nd and 27th to the 29th. Again, that is by the wonderful, the beautiful, the lovely Susan Laurie Parks. That is Top Dog Underdog, which will be featuring yours truly. Also, took me long enough, but also Aquarian Rising has its own Instagram that is official Aquarian Rising.
Yes, sir.
So
Aquarius.
Facebook, yeah, Aquarian, not Aquarius. Facebook, Aquarian Rising Productions. Instagram, official Aquarian Rising. All right, that's it.
This is not the dawning of the age of Aquarian, for it has already risen.
Because you know who the Aquarian is in this situation.
Me.
Yeah, okay. And I'm a Libra. Hear
I'm
me?
not
And
even an Aquarius.
No, hear me. I said yeah, and I'm a Libra.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
No, but okay.
Yes, you fucking do. Yes, you fucking do. I fucking hate you. You see what I did. And you know good and well that you see what I did. And you just gonna say with a straight ass face, no. Bitch, you see, you got it. Nothing about what I said was that off. You completely understand where the fuck I was going with that. Shut your dumb ass. You know what, everybody? Don't be nice to him, but be nice to yourself. Fuck him. Be nice to yourself, everybody.
Adios, this.